Good morning. At least it's morning here. Today I want to share about masculine archetypes and men's work and let you know that I'm stepping into more leadership when it comes to leading men's circles because I've gotten this amazing experience of the last 5 or 6 years sitting in men's circles doing trainings and it's served me so much. And every time I meet so many people that want a men's circle, and I refer them over here or refer them over there. And now I'm finally feeling capable of, not finally feeling capable, but feeling like settled and confident enough to really share men's circles. So I'll be doing that soon. If you're interested in joining a men's circle, experiencing it, reach out and I'd be happy to invite you to a Zoom meeting. I think that's a big piece of it, is like the pandemic has made Zoom meetings much more common, and doing emotional relating circles online, like heart circles online. I've done some testing with a group, and it's going amazing. And with a couple groups actually. So it's like I know it's possible, and so it's like wow, there's so much that we can do now. Um, so yeah, so that's happening, and so in thinking about what I'm like, the framework and how I can introduce people to this work, the main thing that comes up is the 4 masculine archetypes. Um, so there could be more than 4, but I'm just going to talk about 4 today. And what is an archetype? An archetype is like a framework. It's a pattern. It's like a intangible truth. Archetype is like Santa Claus. It's like it feels true, even if it's not literally like technically actually, but like the spirit of Christmas, right? It's like that's real. Giving, generosity, love, light. Um, those things are obviously very real. So an archetype is, yeah, like a spiritual truth or a psychological truth. And the 4 masculine archetypes, the main 4, are king, lover, warrior, and magician. And I think these also might apply to women. I'm not sure. I'm not being a woman right now. So, uh, yeah, I'm curious to learn more about feminine archetypes, but my experience has been with the masculine archetypes. And I wanted to share them because it's really helpful for me to think about the energies that I'm bringing to my life. And am I out of balance, and in what ways? And so that's the framework. It's like, am I being too warrior? Am I being too magician? Um, and each of these archetypes can also be kind of unbalanced in themselves, but I won't get into that right now. So I'm a spatial oriented person, so that's helpful because the archetypes have directions. The king is in the north, the lover is in the east, the warrior is in the south, and the magician is in the west. And I don't know why, but it's helpful. Um, and so we'll start with the king. The king is, like a European descent kind of idea or word, but the general idea is like the sovereign, the one in charge, the boss, the the one who watches over. And so the king energy watches over the other archetypes, makes sure that things are in balance, and is also the visionary and the decider in terms of where are we all going? Where is this group of 4 people going? Um, and so the king is, yeah, like the higher self, looking over, am I too much this? Am I too much that? And also it just has that endless compassion of like a father or a mother archetype of like holding the space. Um, yeah, and caring deeply and having the wisdom to know what's needed. And then to the east is the lover, and the lover is, yeah, the heart-based. It's almost like a feminine energy, really. Um, it's like that present moment sweetness of nature and poetry and the senses and uh, yeah, the sensitivity to just appreciate the beauty, joy, laughter, all these things. So that's the lover archetype. Yeah, I think like joy, stuff like that. The warrior is the doer. The warrior is the worker. Is The warrior has a shield and a sword and takes direction from the king and is not emotional. The warrior isn't numb to emotion. He just doesn't indulge his emotions. And the warrior is the one that says like, hey, tomorrow I'm going to do this thing, and I do it. Or I'm going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at 7 o'clock. It's the doer, the action taker. And it's clean and clear. And it's not out of, it's not to punish. It's just it's a sense of duty, doing what needs to be done. And then the magician in the West is transformation and magic, right? It's like kind of thinking, it's tinkering, it's figuring things out. But it's also feminine in this way of like the mystery, the transformation, the way that a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, or that like that unexpected, unexplained things can happen for us. And so yeah, this one is kind of, it feels kind of advanced and elusive for me. I spent a lot of time in warrior and lover and magician. It's like I'm already like kind of overheady and overthinking things. But for me, what helps is this metaphor of the cave. Like the bear goes into the cave to hibernate. And that's where deep transformation happens with the descent in the hero's journey, which is a descent into the darkness, transformation, and a reemergence. So the magician is where things go to become transformed. And so obviously that's a good skill. And then the king balances all these things and says, you know what, for this problem we need a warrior, or for this problem we need the magician, or for this problem we need the lover. And yeah, so that's the kind of archetype that we can explore in a men's circle, and embodying these different things. A lot of men, for instance, feel disconnected with their feelings, don't cry and don't laugh, for instance. And that would be, so what we do is we do a check-in with our feelings at the beginning of a circle, and that's the lover embodiment, which is like, how am I feeling in my body right now? What am I present to in this moment? Not what am I worried about tomorrow or from yesterday, but like in this very present moment, how am I? And that's a lover archetypal experience. And then a warrior experience is accountability. So where have I not kept my agreements with myself or other people? Where's my warrior not actually doing what my king has told him to do? So yeah, where are my actions out of line with my words or my needs or my ideals and stuff like that? And then the magician round is open. It's like, what can emerge in this space of vulnerability and connection and transformation? So where can I get some growth based on some questions, some dialogue, some discussion, some sharing? The warrior round is for growth and transformation. And then the king round. The king round is about embodying the sovereign and the wisdom that we know is possible. And it's also like that mature wisdom of being able to honor and bless people that's what a king does. A king blesses his subjects for their good deeds. And so as a king, I can bless my brothers for the gold that I see in them, for their attributes. And the king can also receive blessings and praise, and doesn't say, oh no, like it's nothing, it's not me, I'm really not that good. A king isn't self-deprecating. A king says, thank you, I appreciate that. And so that's what we do in men's circles. We go around and we embody these different, this is one thing you can do in a men's circle, is exercising and feeling into different parts of what it means to be a man. So that's a little share for today. I hope you learned something. And if you're interested in men's work, men's circles, hit me up. I'm really excited to share more about just like whatever we need in this time to feel better about our lives and to have community and brotherhood in the face of all this isolation. So yeah, we're going to be doing online circles, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it more. Okay, have a good day.